We spent some time yesterday talking about the landmark U.S. Supreme Court decision that basically calls the NCAA's entire business model an antitrust violation. And now on the docket for the NCAA is what to do about the name, image, and likeness rules. 6 states, as of next Thursday, have NIL rules that become effective. I saw this in Sports Business Journal. NCAA President Mark Emmert wants the NCAA's D1 Council, they got together yesterday, they're getting together again today. Emmert wants them to pass rules for name, image, and likeness that will apply to all member institutions and that will be more restrictive than the laws in the 6 states that become effective on July 1. And that is beyond asinine to me, and that tells me that Emmert, who's in charge of this organization that essentially is dead in the aftermath of Monday's ruling, as it relates to any effort to regulate and enforce rules that apply to the various members regarding what players can and can't receive, it's useless at this point. I think Emmert's in denial about what Monday's decision meant. Monday's decision means the NCAA is dead.
It's over, right?
And they're going to be more dead if they try to restrict the ability of players to go earn money off of their fame at a time when the Supreme Court's made it clear that this whole ruse of we have to protect amateur athletics is just cover for fixing your labor prices.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like final, like game over, checkmate. And like, Mike, explain this to me a little bit. Like, so wait, he wants to change the rules and basically what? Not listen to the Supreme Court and change the rules to make it harder on the people that the Supreme Court just ruled on that shouldn't have these issues? Am I understanding that the right way?
The Supreme Court's decision was very narrow,
yeah.
So they can play dumb and say, okay, well, as it relates to recruiting, the schools now can't be restricted by NCAA rules when it comes to giving them something more than the undergraduate educational experience. Laptops, other study aids, law school tuition, other graduate offerings, other educational things that they can offer. That's what that lawsuit was about. But the Kavanaugh concurring opinion makes it clear which way the wind's blowing. The whole thing is an antitrust violation. The entire exercise of saying we're not going to give these kids anything more than what we agree the limit is. We set the limit on what they can get as we rake in billions because our fans want to watch amateur athletes. They value that, which is just
stupid,
bogus on its face.
Yeah.
But to advance that ridiculous position, they want to have these name, image, and likeness rules that restrict the ability of someone to say, I'm going to go sign autographs and get paid for it. I'm going to sell jerseys. I'm going to sell gear. I'm going to sell shoes. I made the point yesterday, Arch Manning, the grandson of Archie, nephew of Peyton and Eli, he's in a position right now to start making money if he wants to. And he's got one of the great businessmen of all time in Peyton Manning who can help him. Hey, nephew, come on, let's go make some money off of your name. You are Arch Manning, and you're one of the most highly coveted recruits. And, yeah, you're 7 years away from getting paid in the NFL. We can go get paid right now. And any restrictions that the NCAA places upon the member organizations, when it comes to that, it's an antitrust violation. It is. It's over. And it's only going to get expensive and more expensive for the NCAA and these schools to fight the lawsuits, pay out judgments. I hope that this is just the NCAA working through the 5 stages of grief, and they will quickly come to the acceptance that they're dead. The NCAA, as it relates to regulating what schools can and can't do when it comes to its recruits, is dead.
Good. I'm glad. It needs to go by the wayside in my decision. And it makes no sense to me, that whole thing. I mean, oh, wait, the Supreme Court ruled on something. It has to change. Wait, we're going to make the rules harder? Like, yeah, I mean, that's not going to stop players from, still pursuing, like you said, autograph things or anything like that. And if they are, slapped on the wrist or put on probation by the NCAA or something like that, that you're right. I mean, that's an automatic lawsuit that I don't see how it works in the favor of the NCAA. So I don't know where this goes. The NCAA has bothered me and pissed me off for a long time. So I don't know, what are we going to get into? Like just the conferences themselves kind of governing and ruling?
Well,
Yeah.
But if the conferences come together
Yeah.
and set rules, that's an antitrust violation too. Each school's got to come up with his own rules. Somebody asked me yesterday, what advice would you give a coach as to the advice that he should give his players? The advice is mind your own damn business. It's not your business. Your business isn't what these guys do if they have a separate business that they're creating where they're making money off of their fame. That's not your business. Stay out of it. And I think that's what these schools should do, and it's definitely what the NCAA should do.